Today our topic is the Stoic view on fame and popularity. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. One of the things we often think about in modern life is fame and popularity. Many people dream of being famous, but the Stoics have a very different way of looking at it. They believe that fame and popularity are not as important as we think, and that chasing them can actually make us unhappy. Let's explore why the Stoics think this way and what we can learn from them. First, let's talk about what fame and popularity really are. Fame is when many people know who you are, and popularity is when many people like you or approve of you. In today's world, fame and popularity are often seen as signs of success. Social media, for example, makes it easy for people to measure their popularity by counting likes, followers, and comments. But the Stoics would ask us, does this really matter? Does being famous or popular make you a better person or bring you true happiness? The Stoic answer is no. They believe that fame and popularity are external things, meaning they are outside of our control. We cannot control what other people think of us, and we cannot control whether we become famous or not. Trying to control these things only leads to frustration and disappointment. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, which is our own thoughts, actions, and choices. Instead of worrying about what others think of us, we should focus on being the best version of ourselves. This means living with virtue, which the Stoics define as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. When we live by these values, we can find inner peace and happiness, no matter what happens in the outside world. Fame and popularity, on the other hand, are fleeting. They come and go, and they depend on the opinions of others. If we base our happiness on these things, we will always be at the mercy of other people's judgments, which can change at any moment. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, was a Roman emperor. He was one of the most powerful and famous people of his time, but he did not let fame or power change him. In his writings, he often reminded himself that fame is meaningless. He said, "Fame is just a bunch of people talking about you. What does it matter if they say good things or bad things? It doesn't change who you are." Marcus Aurelius understood that his true worth came from his character and his actions, not from what others thought of him. He believed that the only thing that matters is how you live your life and whether you are doing the right thing. Another Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, was born a slave and lived a very different life from Marcus Aurelius. But he also taught that fame and popularity are not important. He said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. What he meant is that we should not worry about how others see us. If we are too concerned with being liked or admired, we might start doing things just to please others, even if those things are not true to who we are. This can lead us away from our own values and make us lose sight of what really matters. Epictetus believed that we should focus on our own growth and not be distracted by the opinions of others. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, also had strong views on fame. He said that fame is like a shadow. It follows you around, but it has no substance. You can't grab it or hold on to it. It's just an illusion. Seneca believed that people who chase fame are like children chasing shadows. They waste their time and energy on something that will never satisfy them. Instead, he advised people to focus on building a strong and virtuous character. He said that true happiness comes from within, not from the approval of others. So, what can we learn from the Stoics about fame and popularity? First, we should remember that these things are not in our control. No matter how hard we try, we cannot make everyone like us or admire us. And even if we do become famous, it doesn't guarantee happiness. Many famous people struggle with loneliness, anxiety, and other problems. This is because fame and popularity do not address the deeper needs of the human soul, such as purpose, meaning, and connection. Second, the Stoics teach us to focus on what really matters, our own character and actions. Instead of worrying about what others think of us, we should focus on being honest, kind, courageous, and wise. These are the qualities that make us truly valuable, not the number of followers we have on social media or how many people know our name. When we live by these values, we can find a sense of inner peace and satisfaction that no amount of fame or popularity can give us. Third, the Stoics remind us that fame and popularity are temporary. Even the most famous people in history are eventually forgotten. The Stoics believe that we should not waste our time chasing things that will not last. Instead, we should focus on living a meaningful life and making a positive impact on the world. This is something that no one can take away from us, even after we are gone. Finally, the Stoics encourage us to be content with what we have and to appreciate the simple things in life. They believe that true happiness comes from within, not from external achievements or recognition. When we stop chasing fame and popularity, we can focus on what really matters: our relationships, our health, our personal growth, and our contribution to the world. These are the things that bring us lasting joy and fulfillment. In conclusion, the Stoic view on fame and popularity is a powerful reminder of what really matters in life. Fame and popularity are not bad in themselves, but they are not the key to happiness. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, to live with virtue, and to find happiness within ourselves. By following their advice, we can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, free from the pressures of seeking approval from others. So, the next time you find yourself worrying about what others think of you or dreaming of fame, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Focus on being the best version of yourself and let go of the rest. That is the path to true happiness.